Hey, what's up everybody? Nick here, and it's another Wednesday. That's right, this video is coming out a day late. I normally do my Ask Nick series on Tuesdays, but yesterday I got caught up dropping an absolute fire video on my main channel, Nick Symmonds. I'll link that channel right here. And yesterday we were jumping rope. I love jumping rope, and the world record in jumping rope is 33 hours and 20 minutes. And I wanted to see if me and any of the athletes I work out with could get anywhere close. I challenged a bunch of buddies to go do this. The last person standing got $500. So after this video, make sure you go to my main channel and watch that. But again, apologies that today's video is a day late. But let's get straight to today's question. It's a fantastic one as weather starts to change. Nick, with winter coming, when is it better to run on a treadmill versus running outside? And I get this question a lot. And before I talk about when I think it's best to run on a treadmill, let's talk about the pros and cons of treadmill running and outdoor running, because there are pros for each one and there's cons for each one. So we'll start with treadmill because I hate it. I call it the treadmill. I don't enjoy treadmill running. I know there are people out there that like treadmill running, and I guess I can understand some reasons. One, the high quality treadmills are made to cushion the impact, right? It's going to be easier on the legs on a treadmill than say on asphalt. You know, it's going to be kinder on the legs, and maybe you'll feel better afterwards. Also, controlled variables, right? Some people like to have really consistent controlled variables like temperature. You can control the ambient temperature indoors. They like to control pace. Some people aren't good at pushing themselves outdoors. They like to see that readout and say, all right, you know, for this minute or for these minutes, I'm going to push the pace to this number. Oftentimes you can see caloric output. Like, there's a ton of data sitting there on that treadmill, and I think that can be really nice. And then the reason that I like a treadmill is that if conditions outside are not permitting, you know, you can still get a great workout in. I happen to be of the camp, I don't believe that treadmill miles are equivalent to outdoor miles, and we'll get to that in a minute, but you can still get a really great workout on a treadmill. And actually, several studies have shown that from a VO2 max standpoint, treadmill running and outdoor running are actually very equivalent from a VO2 max standpoint. So talking about the benefits of outdoor running, I mean, I could go on all day, right? You get to be outdoors in nature. It's a beautiful day, you know, whether it's sunny or hot or cold or anything. I just love being outside. But then, to be fair, I'm not one that is dissuaded by nasty weather. In fact, the nastier the better, bring it on. Just layer up properly, right? I love running outdoors. I feel that one of the reasons I got into running in the first place is that it gave me an excuse to be outside all day, to be out in nature, exploring trails, exploring, you know, this beautiful city of ours, wherever you're living. I mean, what an awesome way to get outside and explore. But aside from that, there's also a lot of physiological benefits that I think come from running outdoors. Number one, running outdoors is going to tax you more. That's just a fact. Now, the you know, musculature of the foot and the lower leg, it works harder outdoors than it does on a treadmill. On a treadmill, you don't have to grip the ground and push it behind you like you do when you're running outdoors. So I think it certainly is a better lower leg workout running outdoors than running on a treadmill, where a lot of that work is being done for you as the belt is fed to you by the machine. You know, similarly, you're going to use stabilizer muscles and muscles differently when you're running outdoors than when you're running on a treadmill. When you're running on a treadmill, you're not jumping up and down curves. There's no up and down hills. There's no turns. You're literally doing the exact same thing over and over and over again. Whereas outdoors, you're constantly being tested by, like I just said, you know, camber on a trail, a turn here or there, up and down gradients. I think it's, again, a better workout outdoors. You can try to replicate that a little bit on a treadmill, and if you are going to run on a treadmill, they say that a 1% incline is going to tax you more and make it slightly more equivalent to outdoor miles. But it's never the same. And for that reason, if you are training for a race, if you're not just trying to stay fit, just trying to get a good workout in, if you're training for a race, I strongly urge you to get as many of your miles outdoors as possible for several reasons. One, I think I've mentioned it's a better workout. It's better for your lower legs. But also, you're teaching yourself to run through different conditions, right? When race day comes, you can't control the outside temperature. You can't control the precipitation. It's going to be outdoors. You're going to run that marathon or that 800 or that mile, your 5K. You're going to be running that outdoors. So you should be training in the same conditions you're going to be running in, and that's outside, outdoors. You should be the kind of athlete that no matter what Mother Nature throws at you, you are ready to tackle it. My freshman year of college, I won the NCAA title in the 800 and the 15. And I really believe that a large reason why I was able to pull off those upset wins is because the day of the race, the weather was horrible. It was pouring out. I mean, an unrelenting rain, wind, cold, and everybody was inside the gym just going, oh gosh, the weather's so bad. And I was just laughing my butt off. I'm like, this is the exact same conditions I've been training outside in Oregon all spring. I was born in it. There is no condition that I haven't trained through. And so on race day, whether it's cold and windy, whether it's hot and humid, there's nothing I haven't trained through, so I'm prepared for anything. That's the kind of athlete that you want to be. Now, that being said, there are two conditions when I won't run outside because I think it's too dangerous. If there's lightning, if there's thunder and lightning in the sky, don't run outside. I really think that's too dangerous. And in fact, if there's thunder and lightning during a race scenario, they're going to call off it or delay the race. So don't worry about that. You don't have to teach yourself to run through lightning. And two, if there's ice on the ground. Snow's fine. Wear a good pair of trail runners that have nice big lugs and you can run through soft snow. It's actually really fun to run through snow. But if there's ice on the ground, like that snow's been compacted, or if there's been an ice storm, that is not something you want to run through. It's too dangerous. It's too high of a risk of slipping and hurting yourself. So lightning or ice on the ground, I will convert that workout into a treadmill workout. It's really easy to do. You can do, minutes on, minutes off. You can do tempo runs. You can convert those things, even long runs, convert those onto the treadmill. That's what I believe the treadmill is best used for. I don't want to throw the treadmill under the bus too much because I do again think it has a certain place in every athlete's training. I will mention that I have heard that Mo Farah, world famous distance runner, many-time Olympic medalist, does many of his miles on a treadmill because he likes that he can control things so well, that he can control pace, that he can control variables. So I do know a ton of great distance runners that utilize the treadmill functionally, but I go back to that underlying thing. You're going to be racing outdoors in Mother Nature. Make sure you have trained yourself to race through all those different conditions so that when you're sitting there warming up and the other athletes are stressing out about the conditions, you're ready to roll because you've been training through it. So that's my feeling on the treadmill. I try to get as many of my miles as possible outside. And there's, like I said, there's almost no scenario where I won't train outdoors. You just got to layer, right? Wear the right equipment. You'll be prepared no matter what comes your way. Speaking of the right equipment, a good pair of shoes is going to help you a ton. I was talking about running on that snow. I love a good trail runner that has Gore-Tex, right? That's waterproof but can still breathe and has a great pair of lugs. But I've only been able to come to the conclusion of what kind of footwear I want to wear in different circumstances because I was able to try a lot of different shoes. And so every single week I give away a pair of shoes so that you guys can try out shoes. And I'm partnered with Running Warehouse on this because they have a freaking incredible selection of shoes. And so you can go to Running, actually linked below in the description, for men and for women, some of their incredible deals that they have. But I give away a pair every single week, and this week's winner, I'm not sure what her name's, but it's her Instagram handle is My Roses Karen. My Roses Karen, you're the big winner. I'll reach out to you, I'll DM you, so you can select a pair of shoes from the incredible selection at Running Warehouse. Now I do this every single week. If you want to enter in to win next week's drawing, all you have to do is follow me on Instagram. It's that easy, and I pick one every single week. So I will see you all next week.